Welcome back to my channel, guys. Hi. You know, I need something cool to say, but I'm not gonna sweat it too much, you know. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. It'll come when it comes. Welcome back, guys. Thank you, guys. I just want to first say thank you, guys, for everybody that watched my Joker movie review video. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate the people that subscribed as well. So today we're coming with a new review, and it's actually going to be like, I always say this is going to be informal, but I think you guys know that by now. I'm just going to be talking about something that, and I do want to say, guys, this will have spoilers. I'm talking in depth about this. It's a kind of an older show, so I figured I would just, you know, use this review to talk in depth about something. So I will be like saying details about the show. So if you haven't seen it, maybe don't watch this yet. But today we're going to be talking about one of my newfound favorites, Chernobyl, guys. Chernobyl. The series, the HBO miniseries Chernobyl, a 4-part series. I just want to say, like, the reason why I chose to review this is because I wanted to recommend it to people who haven't seen it, that, you know, that probably thought, like I thought when I first, like, was passing it by as just some long, drawn-out documentary. Oh, no, my battery's about to die. This sucks. Well, I don't know if there's a lot of people out there to think this, but I wonder if there's people out there that thought like me before watching this. If it wasn't for Jordan telling me to watch this, that it was good, I would have never gave it a chance. Because I was like so over, you know, shows and movies that are about things that have already happened. I'm kind of like on this like path. Not that I don't appreciate things like that. It's just that I'm kind of on this path that I've been loving, like fresh idea movies and stuff like that and shows. But nevertheless, I'm so glad I watched this, because all I really knew about Chernobyl before was that it was like a place where people thought like not mutants, like all I could think about was like hills have eyes kind of stuff, you know. Like, I really didn't know really much about it. And I love that this show is both very entertaining, and I'm looking at my notes, guys, if you guys see me looking down. I'm trying to stay on track this time. But I love that it's both entertaining and very educational. Like, I've learned so much from watching the show, and I've seen it, the whole thing, twice. And I'd still watch it again with someone if I was watching with someone that hasn't seen it. Show that kind of documents the nuclear explosion that happened in Chernobyl in the Soviet Union. Basically, you know how significant is because the explosion was it lasted so long. First of all, the nuclear explosion was the first time RMBK reactor is what the nuclear reactor was called that provided the power has ever exploded. So in April 1986, an explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics becomes one of the world's worst man-made catastrophes. Notice that it says man-made catastrophes, because that's very important, and I'm glad they put that in the description, because that is what perpetuated how bad this was. The nuclear power plant, there's the people that work at the nuclear power plant. The nuclear power plant was supposed to be, the directors and the people that were running the plant were trying to do this test for like testing if the power were to go out and the generator stopped running to power the nuclear reactor. Then basically this test was to see how quickly they can get it back up and running from like the side generators. And I'm putting this in layman's terms, guys, so please don't kill me like for being like kind of wrong with my vocabulary. The crew that was very knowledgeable about the test, knew how to do it, knew how to run it, had gone home for the night, and then this new crew that wasn't up to speed on it was going to have to do the test. Now the problem, this is like the core of the problem, or the start of the problem. That's why I'm kind of starting that happen. Like the small things, it shows you how big of a part they played. Now it exploded because it was put under high stress by the crew that wasn't supposed to be doing it in the first place. The test was already passed due, so they were trying to hurry up and get it done. So it had a report to come in from higher up saying they have to delay the test for 10 hours, which would mean the crew that was ready for the test had to leave and go home. So the substitute crew that didn't know nothing about it was now going to be doing the test, and the directors were cool with letting that happen because they were past due. They wanted to look good. Down to mimic a power outage to 700, if I'm correct, 700. So here they are, don't know what to do. The crew that's there ready to do the test is reading trying to read through the manual real quick. The person that's over them, Diatloff, impressed his bosses as well. He's like, we're going to do it. And he's pressuring them. They're like, we're scared. We don't think we're ready for this. He's like, we're going to do it. I've been here longer than you. He's like, and this is what a good thing to notice about this show is, it shows you the differences between the U.S. and Russia, like never before. Get ready for the test. He is so rude to them. Like, it gets to the point where they're turning down and the nuclear reactor is just shutting down by itself. The numbers are going too low. If it gets too low, it produces this poison that melts through the reactor. It's called xenon poison. If it gets too low, so they're supposed to keep that thing at 700. This thing started dropping to 400, 200, like, and they weren't even touching it. They were like, oh my God, what's happening? It's because they were pushing it to talking to them real nasty. They're like, no, it's not safe. We won't do this. He said, yes, you will. He's like talking to them like, and this is why I know this is how you can see the contrast in the U.S. Let that been us in the U.S. And somebody talk. First of all, we wouldn't even have a manager or nobody talking to us like that. That's the freedom that shows you the freedom we have in the U.S. Because I had to realize that. I was like, why would they just say, no, I'm out of here? They didn't say that because they're in Russia. This is more than just their job. They can get shot, you know, in their job and their work life. Something they know is wrong. They have to still do it because they're that fear, you know, of their life. It's not just losing a job for them. Because I would have been like, all right, I'm going to head out as soon as I saw the numbers get to 200. Called AZ50. That is supposed to be like a fail safe. When they push it, everything's supposed to shut down. Everything's supposed to be safe. That's what ignited the explosion. So here is like the basis of what the whole show is about. Why did this button that's supposed to be a fail safe, why was that what caused the reactor to explode first? And secondly, what was the chain of command that even allowed the people that were doing the test to be doing the test, right? In the town of Pripyat, right next to Chernobyl, it's like this city next to Chernobyl, were amazed by it. They're like, wow, look at the power plant is glowing because it had a beam of blue. It looked like blue light, and that was the neutrons, like, what do they call it? Ionizing with out of their apartments. And they were coming to look at it. This thing's expelling like a amount of the bomb of Hiroshima, the atomic bomb is like expelling that by the hour into the air as far as neutrons. Skins turn red. It's a excruciating death. And sending them down there, they looking at the they getting fatally close, leaking blood through their pores. Like, this stuff is serious, y'all. It's like bullets bouncing in the air. That's how crazy neutrons is crazy, y'all. Like, it's happening. So the directors and all the higher ups come running down to the plant. Diatloff come down there trying to cover his butt down there and make sure nothing's wrong. And then he started coughing and throwing up because he got a little bit of it. He got a little whiff. So he died very slow. The core exploded. They were like, you're a scientist, right? Tell me how something like that can explode. He couldn't tell them because nothing on the books about this being able to happen. So he's like, I don't know. They're like, exactly. You'll go up there and check and confirm that it's not exploded. This part gave me chills, y'all. They send this man. He's like, no, I won't. They're like, yes, you will. Giant hole expelling neutrons. And he just looks down in it and his face instantly turns red because he got a fatal dose. The boy is going to die probably tomorrow. When we see an ambulance, we like, where the ambulance going? You know, we want to look and see where it's going. Like, we nosy. That's what these people were doing. Innocent, right? They're thinking, oh, it's just a simple fire. As an audience, no, it's not a fire, just a simple fire. These people don't. They're just with their babies, taking their babies out, playing all in the toxic dust. That's taking the proper precautions to what's the word I'm looking for? To save people's lives, basically. I love how eerie the show is. It matches what's going on so well because it gives you like this clenching feeling when you're watching it because it's like has this kind of sound in the background. And it just makes you so nervous because you just feel like a clock is ticking because you know everything that's in the air and you see these people moving about and everybody you see, you just like, oh, you know, so save face. They putting that before people's lives. And this is all about this scientist like, no, we need to help these people's lives. These people are sick. These people are dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like really present. He was like one of my favorite characters. All the actors did a very good job. I wasn't too impressed with Boris's role, like casting Boris as Skrbina. I just wasn't feeling his acting for that role. I feel like, I don't know. Other than that, I think the acting was spot on. Like I said, the tone was perfect for what was happening. You felt a sense of urgency, but also it was so suspenseful. Like, to be something that's kind of like a documentary, it really did a good job of bringing like the educational aspects of what happened. Guys, watch the series, because I know I'm not doing that great a job explaining it, and I'm trying not to like really like get all technical with it, because I'm trying to just give you guys my opinion on it. Like, they put pride before safety. So it's crazy. It really is a good contrast of how things work here. And when they finally admit it happened, the cleanup took forever. It's still not done. Their solution was to put a sarcophagus over the whole explosion. They have like the explosion entombed. Till this day, they have it entombed, because nobody can stand to be in there that long. They're still cleaning it up, guys. It's still an exclusion zone. There's still a area where you can't go. All those people that were evacuated, that eventually got evacuated, their homes, all their stuff is still in the apartments. Everything is still there. It's crazy. People were getting cancer. There was radiation death. There's people having miscarriages. It just caused a lot. So let me just talk about the show itself. The show itself, like I said, the tone is amazing. Scoring of the show is so on point. It really shows you, it creates this like suspense, and kind of because the show is so centered on one thing and is so serious, that it kind of just puts you there. And it really is it's a very movie quality series, I would say. Like, it definitely could have been a movie, and I'm sure people would have went to see it. It's very, very good and well made. The acting on the show's like, especially Jared Harris. Jared Harris did an amazing job. I feel like he just, I don't know, he was really good in that show to me, and I really liked his character. Also, Emily Watson, that played Yulana, oh my gosh, she did so well. I haven't seen her play in anything before. Everything, the writing of the show, like if you see them reading something that's in Russian, their signs are in Russian. I'm really glad that they chose to make, you know, have the character speak English, just because you don't have to follow that Russian, you know, you don't have to read subtitles, try to follow that, and follow such a dense plot, because the plot is very dense and it moves pretty quickly. The graphics for the show, for when the people that were going through neutron poison, how they looked, this looked so realistic. Everything just it didn't feel like a spoof, like I've thought Chernobyl movies felt like before. It felt like they were trying to do their best on showing exactly the behind the scenes of what happened, and the depth of neutron poison. Like, who would have known? Like, we hear these things and we think, of course neutrons are bad. We think of the bomb in Hiroshima. That's the only thing I had to reference. But just the fact that something like that can happen at a power plant, it just blows your mind. So I really love the show. I absolutely love it. I do recommend it to you. But about an 8.7 out of 10. I think an 8.7 out of 10 is what I'll give it, guys. So I mean, it's definitely worth watching. Like, I've watched the series twice, and the second time I was like, wow, I didn't know, you know, I didn't catch that at first, so I didn't catch why that was happening. But it's just crazy to see how politics work in another country too. Like, it really gives you a lot of insight on that. I thought it was great, and I recommend it to you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. I'm gonna be doing these, I'll have uploads. I know I originally said uploads would be every Sunday, but I changed it to every Monday just to give it time, because it was late last time. I'd rather tell you when it's gonna be and it be what it's gonna be. Okay, next video, which is gonna be a movie review. So just stay tuned for that. Subscribe. Yeah, and for this video, definitely go watch my Joker review. I appreciate people that already have, and I appreciate people that are watching this video. I appreciate all of you guys. So until next Monday, deuces.